How excited are you for this summer's Club World Cup and the new format? A brand new version of the Club World Cup. Where do you think that can go?
Well, as the defending champions coming into this new format, of course we're very excited. We're very excited to come in as champions. The format, actually, I really like it. This is a very, very serious competition. I think in the summer, the whole world will be watching this. A big number of the top teams in the world will be competing in this tournament. And I can assure you, we're going to give it our best shot. We're going in there to win it. We're going to go in to try to win this tournament. This is the beginning of the new season, not the continuation of last season. You know, we take some rest, the team will take the rest right now, and then they start pre-season, and then immediately straight into the Club World Cup.
Maybe something that has surprised you this year is the situation with fans and ticket prices, availability. You've spoken, every time I've spoken to you, you have gone out of your way to say how much you value the loyalty and support of our fans. It's perhaps fair to say there might have been a slight disconnect this season around ticket prices. Is there anything you'd like to say on that?
Yes, I think this is a very important question. This has been a relationship built on trust between the fans and the club, and that trust comes both ways. And I think this issue on ticketing is no doubt something that I'm not okay with the way it played out. I think the management team is working very closely with City Matters, addressing and understanding the issues. That's key in solving any issues. You have to understand what the issues are, and you have to really constructively speak and try to work it out. What I'm sure about, and I think I hope this message comes out loud and clear, is that relationship of trust between the fans and the club is the foundation of the success and sustainability of this club. And we know that, and we appreciate that deeply. These conversations with City Matters and our fans will continue, and we will try to find solutions always to address some of the challenges in a way that is fair for everyone. Some announcements have been made so far, but there's more to come. We're going to work hard. We're going to continue to work hard together to find the optimal solutions that work for everyone.
There is something we can talk about in terms of a new arrival at the Etihad, in terms of the stand, not a player. And, I'm not trying to get to talk about a player, but yeah, the stand, the topping out ceremony is taking place. Yeah. How pleased are you? I mean, you're regularly in Manchester, so you must have had a look at it, and how pleased are you?
It's coming up very fast, very, very fast. It's going to be a great addition to the campus. I think the stand you will see, I think once we start the new season, I think everybody start physically seeing it a lot clearer. The hotel is also coming up nicely. It's moving very, very, very fast. We're happy with the contractors on the ground. This is going to be a game changer. You will see over these next 12 to 18 months.
And in terms of Co-op Live, that seems to be going from strength to strength. I was only looking at the artists coming there yesterday. It's quite a list.
It's been a very, very successful, I would say, first year for the Co-op. It exceeded, I would say, all our expectation in terms of the number of events, obviously the success in terms of revenues and performances that have happened over there. And really, I think the generation, it's helped the city of Manchester. It's been really an absolute win-win-win across the board.
And while we're talking about entertainment, Oasis are back together. And the collaboration last year was with Noel and the kit. I mean, that's something quite different.
Yes.
How did it come about? How do you think there'll be more of that sort of thing happening?
Yes. Well, listen, here I have to say, Puma have been phenomenal. Really great partners to the club. We love the creativity. I think that particular kit was superb, a huge hit. I think the fans love it. Noel was really brilliant in terms of his role and the creation of this kit. And I think you'll see a lot more of that. You'll see Puma, the Puma City Football Group partnership, and particularly with Manchester City, is getting more and more creative. I knew this was going to be a hit. There's no doubt. I mean, the combination of Noel, Oasis, Puma, Manchester City. I mean, the combination. I knew we were going to get it right.
The annual question, Chairman. So we're 12 months on, and we've still not heard anything from the ongoing inquiry. Is there anything you can tell us about it?
Well, I suppose the only thing I can say is that we still don't have a ruling. Once there's a ruling, I'll be able to speak about it. And until then, We just have to be patient, and it'll come, and we'll talk about it, I promise you, once we have the ruling.
So annual question and annual answer.
Yes.
If we can just turn to CFG, quite a mixed bag across the group. It seems, as you would expect with any group of teams the size of the City Football Group is, but specific success in Brazil. Can you talk us through Bahia's exploits this year?
Yes, I mean, it's a great story. What's happened in Bahia, taking a team from the second division in 2 years to go to the first division, and to be competing in the equivalent of the Champions League in Latin America is a really amazing achievement. I think the Brazilian football league is going to become one of the premier leagues around the world. Obviously, the talent has always been there, but for whatever reason, over these years, the league hadn't developed. Now it is. Now it is. It's becoming very commercial. It's becoming big in terms of TV viewerships globally, and you're seeing these clubs now get better and better. And we're very lucky. I think we have a great team in Brazil. We've been part of that journey from the second division to the first, and now back to competing at all levels. And the amount of talent that's coming out. I mean, just look at. I think the value since we bought that team of just the squad has gone about 100x.
Wow.
It just shows you.
I mean, what's contributed most to the success then? Is it just CFG methodology? Is it coaching? What is it?
I think it's everything. I think it starts with obviously a great base, which is it's a great club with a great history and a great heritage, with a wonderful fan base. So I think you're starting with a very good foundation. And I think the club, the City Football Group philosophy of managing clubs, of putting the right management in place, putting the right, let's say, football philosophy, management philosophy, and then really using the strength of the network of the group to its full effect. That's what we found over the years to be the best combination. And I think you see it in full force in Bahia.
And if we can just move continents to Australia, men and women's team, very successful this season in Melbourne. Again, Asian Champions League, winning premiers, grand final coming up. How pleased are you with their progress?
Very pleased, because again, Melbourne is a great example of a club that's through that years of careful management and careful investment and putting that club to where it is today. You see the consistency. Team always competing year in, year out to win. Obviously, to reach, we're in the grand final that's going to be played next Saturday. But we're there, we're always there. And I think that's the great thing. And now you're seeing it with the women's team reaching the Asian Champions League final. We're there. And that's what's great about Melbourne and what we've accomplished in that club.
And across in New York, you've broken ground on the new stadium.
Finally, finally.
We've talked a lot about it over the years, but it's still, it's the first football-specific stadium ever to be built in New York, and you laid the foundation stone.
Well, more than the foundation. The work is fully now in full effect. Construction is happening at a fast pace. This is going to be an incredible stadium. We're very excited about what we're doing in New York, what we're doing for that community in terms of a proper football stadium with a team that now is closing on 10 years. So it's been a great journey, and they've deserved a stadium, and finally they're going to get it. And we have now line of sight of when it's going to be finished, and it'll be transformative. I think football fans in New York, for our fan base, and really at a time where football is booming in America. Always when you invest in infrastructure, when you invest in high quality infrastructure, it has a domino effect on the area. I mean, we are lucky, we have a good location that the stadium is being built in Queens, across from Citi Field. So it's a very, very good location. I think it's going to make that area even better. I think it will add a lot of value to the community over there. They've learned to build a great passion for the team, and now they'll get their stadium. And I think we're pretty good at building infrastructure. We're doing that all over the world. And this franchise in New York is organically built. We started from scratch, literally, being a new team, and building that club to what it is today, and a club that's going to have a great stadium very soon.
So in terms of CFG, Chairman, where are you in terms of the worldwide as a group? Are you happy the way it's performing?
Yes, I am. It's developed very well. We look at obviously the City Football Group as a group, but then each team individually. And in each team gets the attention it requires and gets a lot of attention obviously from the whole leadership team. There's individuality with each club, depending on where they are around the world. Each one has its own requirements, its own, I would say, specifics. But I think overall, I think one of the things that I think gives us confidence is how many similar models now are following our CFG model. There's a lot of other groups now that are pursuing what we have built at City Football Group, which tells you, I think there's an appreciation right now that this is a good model and it's a model that's effective and it's a positive model. So we're very happy with that. I think, I don't think, it's not copying or anything. It's actually when you do something well and people do it also, it's a good thing. It means you're on the right track. And I think we are on the right track in the way this group is being managed.
The one thing that always strikes me that remains constant is the drive for City football academies. We've seen it again in Manchester and with the women's team. We saw it in New York, we've seen it in Melbourne. And you continue to build City football academies. What's the idea behind that strategy and how successful has it been?
Well, I think we have a very clear view on what model works. And the model that has worked for City Football Group in terms of investing in these clubs all around the world, investing in academies as part of that connectivity that we talked about earlier between the first team, the professional team, and the academy. That connectivity, that model, has been really what's raised the value of this group. What's shown to be the model that is very effective, both on and off the pitch. And it's really now we're getting better and better at knowing what works and what doesn't work. So you see that in the newer clubs that have joined to the group, where we are, not having to go through the trial and error, where we know, given the experiences we have. And by the way, even the football is different. It's not the same in New York as in Montevideo, or Girona, or Yokohama, or Melbourne. You have to also learn the culture, learn the population, the fan base in that particular country, and then factor that into that model. So I think, just to conclude, the academy component of any team we invest in is fundamental.
Sadly, Khaldoon, we've said goodbye to two very well-known City personalities in the last 12 months. Can we start with your thoughts on the man who became your friend after you met him in Manchester, Sir Howard Bernstein?
Sir Howard had such an impact on the club. He was instrumental, honestly instrumental. When I look back at these, let's say 16, 17 years, what we've accomplished in terms of building out the CFA, what we've accomplished in terms of building out the Ittihad, the investment in East Manchester, he's been just, absolutely a giant. And he did it always with such humility, with such passion, such commitment. Obviously, as a fan of the club and as a big part of the club, he is, someone that I always regarded as a friend, and he will be missed, but never forgotten.
I think someone else who was a calming spirit, Tony Buck, former player and manager for the club. Again, we said goodbye to him.
Tony's influence, again, as a player, as an executive, his presence, with us for many years, he was an incredible person, and arguably one of the best players that has ever played for this club. And he will be missed. He's been a great supporter of the club in every form that he's participated in, and we are eternally grateful.